Hello everyone, it's Jared again, back with another video. I've got some breaking news for you. There's been reports of an attack on New Year's celebration in New Orleans in the United States. So apparently, around the French Quarter of New Orleans, there was this guy who drove a pickup truck and rammed it through a crowd of people who were celebrating New Year's along the streets of the French Quarter. At least 10 people have been killed, and about 30 people, I believe, have been injured. And the ones who are investigating this incident are the FBI. So, the reason why I brought this up on this video is this particular case is because the FBI have had a bit of a dodgy reputation over the past few years. And people sort of compare them almost to the same level of incompetency as our Met Police here in the UK, their level of inconsistency, their incompetence, and the way they brush things aside or cover things up whenever there's a certain potential, whenever incidents may lead to maybe potential acts of terrorism, and all they want to do is just brush it off to the side and hide it under the rugs as much as they can, refraining from telling the truth to the general public. And I can show you a series of videos, maybe of the press conference. It shows the FBI investigators as well as the mayor of New Orleans giving addresses to the general public, to the press, about the details of this incident. So the first FBI investigator was telling us that she was making it very clear that this was not a terrorist attack. Then on comes the mayor of New Orleans and says that the people who were celebrating New Year's have been struck by a terrorist attack. And so this just kind of confuses the general public. Is it a terrorist attack or is it not? The first instinct that the FBI had was to rule out terrorism and to refuse to deal with this incident and label it as a terrorist incident. And time again, a lot of people have been asking why. Why is there just this cover up of details, almost as if it's being done intentionally? And I'm just going to highlight these videos, and I'll show you to you right now on the screen. And I'll show you the difference between the response of the FBI investigator and the mayor of New Orleans.
This is not a terrorist event. What it is right now is their improvised explosive devices that was found, and we are working on confirming if it's a viable device or not.
That the city of New Orleans was impacted by a terrorist attack. It's all still under investigation. You'll hear more after me. However, I have been in direct contact with the White House, with Governor Landry, and of course a unified command who is present here.
So, when the mayor of New Orleans she was describing it as a terrorist attack beforehand, it almost, from her facial expressions, from what I saw, it was almost as if she was kind of hesitant of labeling it as a terrorist attack. She was kind of on the edge of saying it, kind of hesitant. Also, as she was ashamed of speaking the truth about it, and by labeling it as a terrorist attack, she was kind of expecting backlash, or maybe some of the FBI investigators staring her down. And that's what happened. That is exactly what happened. You can see the chief FBI investigator on the left. This woman, after she she called it a terrorist attack. She just looked over to her colleagues on her left and sort of stared around at her other colleagues, and I just think there's something that the FBI are covering up. Covering up. There's no doubt about it. And something's really dodgy. Something really smells fishy to me about this. There have been reports. I've seen some leaked photos of the vehicle that the perpetrator used to carry out the attack. There was a flag attached to the back of the vehicle. It was folded up, and some people have speculated, although there's no real concrete evidence of this, but they've speculated that there's some Islamic religious imagery on that flag, perhaps linking it to a terrorist group, an Islamic terrorist group. It's the color of the flag is black, and it seems like there's some sort of white markings on it, hinting at the fact that it could be one of these Islamic terrorist group flags. And so, yeah, there's a lot of details that are yet to come out. Yeah, it just feels really fishy to me. You can see down in the comments of the press conference video, people are just kind of speculating. They're not comfortable with the fact that the FBI are investigating this case. And there's also one guy who's commenting, isn't it interesting that there's no name or ethnicity of the suspect, even though the FBI know exactly where he came from? I mean, this is the thing. I mean, it's constantly being under investigation, but I'm sure the name and the ethnicity of the perpetrator should be made available to the general public immediately. So, why is this information being withheld? Yeah, something smells really fishy to me about this, but let me know what you think down in the comments below. Before we make any conclusive statement that this is a terrorist attack, we must wait for the full set of details before we can make any drastic conclusions, okay? Let's not rule out terrorism, but consider it as a potential motive to this dreadful, dreadful attack. At least 10 people were killed. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.